right, so quick video. This has nothing to do with boating, but it sort of does. And I got like 5 minutes to do it. This is my machine, my espresso machine. I just fixed it. It's been down for 2 weeks. And I was thinking that, and I did a little vacation too. And everybody asks me all the time, like, what stresses me out on the water when I'm doing a delivery or whatever, to the engine dying, this, that, and the other thing. Nothing stresses me out on the water. I'm so used to stuff broken and breaking and weather and whatever. Doesn't faze me. But what does bother me, what does stress me out is my coffee. And in particular, my 3:30 coffee. If you guys know me for any length of time, you know that I have to have my 3:30 coffee. And so I will literally try and base my ports of call around where a good coffee shop is. And inevitably, I go to these places. I just took a couple days off, went to North Carolina. I walked into a coffee shop, and within like 30 seconds, I walked back out. So I used to be a barista, I used to own a coffee shop. So I want to go over the basics with you of how to use an espresso machine and what you should be looking for. Because there's nothing worse than going to a coffee shop and asking for a coffee and not getting what you want. It's like going to a bar asking for a martini and getting a Bud Light. It's like you have one job: read a book, look at a YouTube video. So maybe look at this one. This is not the be all end all. This is literally Dave's crash course in how to make coffee. So this is my espresso machine. I just rebuilt the whole thing. First thing, when you walk into a coffee shop, this is the portafilter right here. This is where we put all of our coffee. If it's sitting down in the drip tray, forget it, walk out. No, that's biggest pet peeve. That's always when I walk in and I see that sitting down on here, that means they're either closed shop for the day or they don't know what they're doing. This needs to stay inside the group head, which is what actually makes the coffee. And this needs to stay really, really, really hot, like it is right now. Because if it's sitting down like that, it's cold. And when you go dispense the water, it's the hot water is gonna get robbed through this metal, and it's gonna make a terrible cup of coffee. And again, this is crash course. Just the stuff you gotta look for when you walk in. Again, up on the top, all my cups nice and warm up top here. Grinder over on this side. I'm gonna grind to order. So if you walk into a coffee shop and you don't hear a grinder going, little spidey senses should go off in your head going, what's going on? How long has that been sitting in the bin for? It doesn't last that long ground. It lasts a few days in whole bean. It'll last in here a couple of days before it starts to deteriorate and give you a bad taste. If you grind it, you don't have much time on it. So if you grind everything first thing in the morning, you're like, hey, I'm set for the day. Nope, that's not gonna work. Even 10 minutes from now, I can pour another shot of espresso and you can see how bad it is. It's like dirty water. So first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run my grinder. I won't talk to you guys about dialing in the grinder and how long. You should have about let's just call it a 20-second pour. Oh my God. Second thing, this is why I walked out the other day. The girl poured a shot of espresso in here and then she pushed the button again. That's making literally dishwater. Don't do it. This portafilter is designed to do either 1 or 2 shots of coffee. Don't pour it again. Once it's dispensed its coffee, it's done. Throw it away. Don't turn it back on and pour more water through it. It's garbage. So as I'm grinding the machine here, I'm leaving this in. I know how long it's gonna take me. I'm gonna take it out. Come over here. I'm just gonna wrap it around. I'm gonna fill in all the gaps, a little bit more. I'm gonna shut it off because I'm pretty close. And again, I don't want to dispense too much or grind too much. I'm gonna clean it like this, wrap it around. Nice. I always leave a tiny little head on it. The rest is useless. Tamper right here. So I'm gonna take this, about 14 pounds of pressure. I'm gonna put it right here. I'm gonna tamp it. Spin it, tap it. Should be level to the top and flush all the way around. If I pack it in the wrong direction, then that's gonna over dispense on this side and under dispense on this side. It's gonna give me a bad cup of coffee as well. Tip it upside down, clean it. Look, not falling out of the portafilter. I'm gonna put it back up in here. I'm gonna push it tight. I'm gonna grab my nice coffee cup. I'm gonna push this, which is the automatic. I've got options here. I just rebuilt all these new, see how long it took for it to come out? Just tiny little dark strands. It's gonna come out a little bit faster, a little bit more consistent. Look at that, that's beautiful right there. Nice and thick. It's cascading like a Guinness. This is gonna taste really good. I'm looking forward to this. And that's about 20 seconds right there, 22 seconds. You can see, maybe you can't, but see how thick that is right there? All crema on the top. I'm gonna take this out, get rid of it immediately, clean off my portafilter, clean out the filter that's inside in the group head, and that's it. And then nice, see? I've been waiting 2 weeks for that. This is what drives me nuts when I travel, is not to have a good cup of coffee. So if you guys have a machine at home, or you're gonna go be a barista somewhere, these are the bare bones basic steps that you need to take in order to pour a shot that looks like that. So thanks for watching. I know this has nothing to do with boating besides my pet peeves, and well, you guys asked me what I get concerned with when I go boating. This is it. So that's how we work in the boating side of it. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and we've got a couple more coming up for you.